I might not need to use the Season of Loss now that I drew the Shoot the Sheriff. So let's see, they're at 24. I can Shoot the Sheriff, play Obsessive Pursuit, and then I have 6 mana. So let's... So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So they're going to go to 6. That's pretty sweet. Kill them? I don't have enough mana. Well. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I can. Okay. Nice. And then... 2, 3, 1. Season of Loss was at its best there. 331. Welcome in, everyone. Sean here. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the content. Got a sweet green-black control deck that caught my eye from a recent finish. This list made top 4 in yesterday's, so the 22nd, Standard Showcase Challenge in the hands of Pre-Drag 133. Don't know who that is, but they got a 5-0 in a league with a similar list almost 2 weeks ago now. So this deck has kind of like been on my radar. And I tried it out then, didn't like it. Figured I'd try it out again since it got top 4 in a standard showcase challenge, which is a big deal. Like, what was their record? Their record was 9-2 on the day, so they went 8-1 in Swiss, which is, you know, like a very, very strong finish. So picked the deck up again. It's pretty similar to like the Sultai list that I played in my last video with Icetill Explorer and Esper Origins. I think that core is very much worth, is very solid right now. Like some of the aggressive, like the mono green landfall decks are cutting Sapling Nursery to play Esper Origins alongside Icetill Explorer and the usual landfall cards. So that package is very good right now in the metagame. I think the life gain is important. It shows you a lot of cards. You get to draw a card and make a 4/4. So, and sometimes you just get to mill it with Icetill Explorer. So I like that space right now where the metagame is currently, and this deck gets to play that package in a control shell, but it's also playing Obsessive Pursuit. So Obsessive Pursuit, when I've been trying to brew with Obsessive Pursuit, I was trying to like go all in and have a bunch of sack outlets and like make a big dude as soon as you can. This deck very much just uses it kind of like a weird Phyrexian arena where it's just there to kind of slowly accumulate advantage over the turns, and then you can play the fair game, just sacking the clues, notably sacking Fabled Passage or Volatile Fault also count as sacrificing a permanent for Obsessive Pursuit. Mutagen Man is kind of like our way to go over the top and close the game with an Obsessive Pursuit in play. And then Season of Loss also says sacrifice. So the way that this deck gets away with playing Llanowar Elves and Badgermole Cub alongside Wraths is the Season of Loss. It kind of lets you can do each player sacks 3 creatures and you draw a card for each creature that died under your control this turn. So you kind of get to like cash in your mana dorks to draw more cards, and that's especially good if one of those dorks is an Earthbent land. Which kind of makes me want to play like Earthbender's Ascension in a shell like this. And I should say that this version that you're looking at right now is not the exact version that that did well at top forward the challenge. They were playing 2 Day of the Black Sun and a Leatherhead in the main deck. I cut those for an Esper Origins, a second Shoot the Sheriff, and an Urgent Necropsy. That's just kind of like the changes I would recommend after playing with the deck. I think I have like 5 reps with the deck today. So those are the changes that I would recommend moving forward, but the link to their finish is going to be in the description, so check that out to see the deck I played in the matches that I just recorded. So yeah, Obsessive Pursuit. The deck is playing like a very fair game with Obsessive Pursuit, Season of Loss, Mutagen Man, Fabled Passage, and Volatile Fault, as well as its own clues to turn it on. I think that it's a good fit for a deck like this. Makes me want to kind of revisit my green-black landfall control deck and see if Obsessive Pursuit fits there. It might be better than the Case of the Locked Hothouse that I had in that deck. That card might have just been a little too cute and have a few too many deck building restrictions. But Obsessive Pursuit seems like a good fit. So I like that they're playing it in a fair control deck. A deck similar to this was actually kind of like popping up every now and then back in Avatar Standard. I think Cave Dan is the MTGO grinder. I see their name pop up on Weird Brews all the time. Don't know who they are, but they definitely show up in the results pages a lot. And he was playing a deck with like the Monodork, Season of Loss, and Obsessive Pursuit for a little while in Avatar Standard. So when I saw it pop up again, I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. And the deck felt good. What do I not like about this deck? I don't love that Esper Origins has so many whiffs. So 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards in the deck that don't get got by Esper Origins. I guess 13, because you're going to have at least one Esper Origins not in the deck when you're casting it. So you can't count itself. But yeah, I think... What else do I not like about this deck? I don't love... Like, Mutagen Man is very good when you have an Obsessive Pursuit in play, and it's pretty, like, medium to fine if you don't have an Obsessive Pursuit in play. I think that I would also... I think that... 7, 11, 15. Yeah, so this deck can totally cut a forest and add a swamp, because you have... There were 15 forests... to play Llanowar Elf on 1. You only need 14 untapped sources to play Llanowar Elf on 1. And then it's not playing enough to play Hex on 1 90% of the time. So, and then with that extra swamp, we're what closer? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. So we're still 3 shy. But, yeah. yeah. What else do I want to say? I've been talking in the Rebellion Discord. Shout out to the Rebellion Discord. It's a great place to be. They make great state of the meta videos every week to kind of like recap where the metagame is shifting to. And I'm very active in their Discord. So shout out to them. But I've been talking about this deck in the Discord. And somebody, I don't have their name in front of me right now, but somebody, the person who like pointed this deck out to me 2 weeks ago, they said they won their local RCQ, sleeving it up last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, I think. And I was talking to them about variations of just building in this space, and I was showing them my Sultai list that I recorded my last video with, and the changes that I recommended in terms of like cutting shared routes to play Badgermole Cub, and then that lets you play Winter Night Stories. I guess I'll pull that deck up if I'm going to go on this tangent. Yeah. So this is my recommendation for the Sultai list after I played with the version that 5-0'd a league. They were playing shared routes, and I said, okay, I want Badgermole Cub. It lets me play Winter Night Stories, and even though Badgermole Cub dies to the Wraths, and it turns on our opponent's cheap removal, I think that it's worth playing it over routes because it's just a better card. Like, Badgermole Cub is an insane Magic card, and so in decks like this, I think it's worth it, even without playing Elf, because I don't love playing Elf alongside the Wraths unless you're playing the Season of Loss as the Wrath. But even without Elf, I think Badgermole Cub is good, so much enough better than shared routes that even though you're gonna Wrath away, or like they're gonna use their removal to like deny you the mana ramp, it's at every point in the game later, it's so much better than a shared roots because it's a 2 mana, 3 power creature split between 2 bodies. You get the mana back the turn that you play it if you play it with more than 2 lands in play. What else? It fits into the curve later in the curve. Like if you play it on turn 3, you can animate a land and then play a 2-drop. And if your opponent does kill it, maybe 7 times out of 10, 6 times out of 10, they're using an entire turn cycle to do it. And so the tempo that you lose from them killing your cub, you kind of like make up for that turn that you're getting denied, bridging to 4 mana or 5 mana. You make up for that by your opponent spending an entire turn or part of a turn. And like, it's not like their hexes are dead against us because we're playing man lands and Esper Origins that hex hits. So I don't think the argument of like blanking opponent's removal is all that great. But anyway, that's a tangent. Sorry about that. If you don't care about this Sultai deck, you came here to see the green-black deck. And I think that this deck is a lot of fun to play. Obsessive Pursuit in a grindy deck. I'm glad that I explored this space. I think that it's worth trying out, especially in these Icetill packages. I don't think that it's a 4-of in decks like this. But as a, minor or a secondary card advantage engine, and that also turns into ending the game or like bridging you to the late game by getting a big lifelink turn, I think that it's a card worth considering. So I'm glad I explored this space. Check out the matches. They were sweet. Super grindy Sultai control match, and then Simic Rhythm deck. Some weird card choices in that Simic Rhythm deck, but it was a good match. So check it out. Let me know what you think. If you find the content valuable at all, strategically or entertainment-wise, consider liking, subscribing, commenting, all that jazz. Helps with the algorithm, helps to grow the channel, helps encourage me to keep making content, finding the time in my rather busy schedule. So appreciate you being here, checking out the content, and let me know what you think. Enjoy the matches. Peace and chicken grease. Mozzie King. 91%. Okay. This hand looks sweet. I'm not super sold on 6 Wraths in the deck. I think if I was gonna like try to make room for something, I would probably trim the Black Suns. Yeah, I like keeping both of those. Sultai. Am I playing against a Sultai pile? Yeah, looks like it. Wow. So my hand is super not great. If they kill this pursuit... Okay, you can take the best card out of my super not great hand. I'm fine with that. This is going to be a grindy game, though. Rise of Sozin, I don't think is going to matter. It'll probably matter more than these days, but not more than trying to dig deeper into the deck, I think. Okay. Wow. They pitched a land. Okay, that explains it. Mutagen Man. Well, they probably have a removal spell, but I think just jamming Mutagen Man here is probably fine. If this lives, though, we're going to have a pretty spicy turn. Okay. I wonder what they take. Probably the Mutagen Man. We're only playing 2. Badgermole Cub. Kind of just want to draw another card to try and hit our land drop. Nope. Not today. Cornucopia Sultai. Man, I love decks like this. Seasonal Loss. Another not great one. Let's see. So I need to prepare for them possibly having a Riddler next turn. Hmm. One, two, three, four, five, six. I can Esper Origins here. Get that out of here. We've drawn 5 of our 6 Wraths, or seen 5 of our 6 Wraths. Ooh. Okay, the odds of them hitting a Wrath here are pretty high. Bidding 2 lands. I was fully expecting them to like move in on the Riddler. Okay, they might still be playing Riddler this turn, in which case I think we can kill them if they just play Riddler and we get to Pursuit Season of Loss. Wistfulness with both modes. Okay. With only 1 Pursuit, we're probably... Oh, they're killing Esper. Interesting. Can I kill them? Huh. I might not need to use the Season of Loss now that I drew the Shoot the Sheriff. So let's see, they're at 24. I can shoot the Sheriff, play Obsessive Pursuit, and then I have 6 mana. So let's... So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So they're going to go to 6. That's pretty sweet. I'm honestly surprised that they didn't kill the Obsessive Pursuit. Maybe they just underestimated like how good it is. If they have a Wrath and Demo Field are bossing, say, we might be in some trouble. They're just hard casting Riddler. Don't know if that's gonna do it. Okay, that gains them 6. They have to kill a Cub here, though, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. They're tapped out. They only have one. They have 1 colorless untapped. I played a land already. Misplay. I think that still just kills them, though. So that's... yeah. Sweet. Okay. What's good against them? Duress is good. Hex is bad. Black Sun is bad. They play Cornucopia and Awaken. Leatherhead is probably good. Vivien is good. Outrageous Robbery is good. I didn't see any land earthbending from them, so I don't think I'm gonna bring in the Ooze. Necropsy is good. Yeah, enchantments and artifacts galore. Do I cut Sozin? Shoot the Sheriff. They're playing like the Deceit, Wistfulness, Quantum Riddler, so I think like the 2 mana removal spells are gonna be good. Honestly, Elves might be in consideration for getting cut. Let's do this. And then... yeah. Trim on Elves, since they're playing Wraths and we're playing... well, we sided out most of our Wraths, but... ooh, this is not a good hand. They keep 7... I mean, if we draw a green, we can probably draw out of this. I don't love going to 5. We'll try this. That's not a mono. See, it's going on. Spell Snare, nowhere to run. Cease and desist. I mean, like, awkwardly enough, I think we're still in this game. Come on, Forest. Nope. Alright, let's do this. Do you want to Spell Snare this? So if I play Pursuit, they're going to Spell Snare it. But if I play Origins, they're going to just cover up both Origins away. I might just need to do that, though. And then I can, like, try and stick a Leatherhead. Let's put one of these in the bin. They're probably going to shuffle our deck, but getting the getting a land in the bin for later Icetill Explorers, I think, is going to be relevant. Yep. I think we're actually favored from this spot, given that they've just drawn a bunch of air. Okay, that's a good card. Okay, they're gaining lots of life. Deceit. Deceit might be difficult to beat here. They get to bounce Icetill and probably make us discard the Pursuit. Although I guess with nowhere to run, they can bounce Leatherhead if they want to. Okay, they're not playing nowhere to run. I don't love that they have that Wistfulness in their hand. I think we're probably dead to them having Wistfulness. Season of Loss. That might get us back into the game. So if I attack, this becomes a 6/5. But then they can nowhere to run it and turn it into a 3/2. But I could Fields their Demolition Field. And then play Llanowar Elf. And I would at least gain some life back. So we don't get to blow up something, but honestly, like, these things have already done their damage. Okay, they're gonna blow up Obsessive Pursuit. Let's see. How do we want to do this? We want to... I think I want to just cash in the Cub. If this resolves, we're very much in this game still. Ooh, that was nice. They are hard casting it though, so we can just minus Vivien on it. We can't play Vivien and Icetill next turn though. Ooh, we can play that and Vivien.
There's something wild animals I like about this city. Not so much. I like it. Nature speaks, and I listen.
Okay. This deck can definitely grind. They're playing Demolition Field in their 3-color deck. I just realized that. I guess they're probably not playing Fabled Passage, though. Wow, we get to untap with both of them? This feels great.
I never run out of answers.
Exiling the 2 lands we have in our yard, okay. Yeah. Getting this back with Pursuit in play would have been very nice. Ooh, nice. I guess we can crack one of these, because we might draw something relevant. That's a pretty decent one. Do they have another exile spell? Cease and desist? Gonna kill the Icetill, okay. Or they're probably gonna kill Vivien. I honestly don't know what would be the best thing for them to kill. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just like before.
They're at 57. Oh no. Okay. Boo. Exiling Icetill, okay. Well, we're 2 turns away from them getting back something to kill our Obsessive Pursuit. They're playing all the extraction effects. Ancient Vendetta. I mean, we can do this for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do it for 7, and then we can still crack the clue. Alright, that's a lot of life. They're gonna get back Wistfulness, probably. They're getting back Demo Field. Okay, that's... I didn't think about that line. I assumed they were gonna go after the Pursuit. Oh, they're getting rid of Bossing, say. Okay. I see where you're going with this. So they have at least 3 basics in their deck. Mm, 4 with the Swamp in their bin. Okay. They have 1 card left in their deck. I think this Outrageous Robbery might just kill them. Are they going to exile Bossing Same? We can Outrageous Robbery them for 9. I mean, we only have 18 cards left in our deck. Less after this Deadly Cover-Up. Season of Loss. Yeah, let's just do it during their upkeep. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can do it for 10. Wow. What in the world do they have left in their deck? That was a grind. 384. Psycho Apollo, 93%. Psycho or Sicko? Yeah, this hand is great. Okay. Let's draw a land. Oh gosh. Let's draw a land. That's not a land. Oh, we're in trouble. I might still just have to do this for one. I think I do, which is very unfortunate. Ugh. It's very bossing say. What in the world are they doing? That seems strange. You have a Gene Pollinator. I almost don't want to use this Shoot the Sheriff. They have to have, like, a Quantum Riddler or something in their hand. But can I just go to 15 and then play Icetill and then... I think I can. This is going to be important to remember in games 2 and 3. Yeah, I'm glad I saved the Shoot the Sheriff. They left 1 mana open though, so they might just have me covered with Detect Intrusion. That would have been good to draw. Nice. Yeah, it's giving them priority. They have Detect Intrusion. Okay. They have Spell Snare or Spell Pierce. Bounce Off. What? Why would they counter that? And not the Shoot the Sheriff. Maybe they thought Shoot the Sheriff was like baiting them to use it when I had a Wrath? I guess that's reasonable. Okay, that just kills me. Okay, this comes in, this comes in. I don't think much else comes in. I guess they have like counter spells, so maybe Duress comes in. I say it every time I'm playing a deck with Duress, but I hate, like, I feel like I need to bring it in against the Simic decks, but I hate bringing them in against the Simic decks. Leatherhead is not good, and Disruptive Stormbrood is not at its best. Maybe I should have brought in Ghost Vacuum or the Ooze. I feel like if I had just drawn my 3rd land on turn 3 and I got today for 2, and instead of leaving them with 2 cubs, then I just win that game. Like, even if it takes me forever to hit my 4th land. Like, those 2 cubs made so much mana for them over the course of the game. Okay. They're tanking. They must not have blue mana or something. Nope, nope, never mind. Interesting. Do I want to kill this? I think I do. Nature's Rhythm. They had a really slow hand. For 3. So they have a Reclamation Sage. I guess not. Okay. I mean, we saw Nature's Rhythm, which we knew they had. I don't Like Ghost Vacuum and Ooze are like fine against the Earthbent stuff, and then it's nice to catch a rhythm, but I don't want to cut anything for them. Like I like all the cards in my deck better than I like those cards. And then yeah. If you're watching this and you have an opinion about bringing in Duress against the rhythm decks, you let me know. Because I have just like I've played like Binding Negotiation and Cruel Claw's Heist over Duress specifically so I can just bring it in and not feel terrible about it. But I'm playing somebody else's list here, so I think people might just bring it in anyway. But then like if one of the reasons that you're okay with bringing it in is because Nature's Rhythm is so good, you're okay like firing it off early. But then if you whiff, like the whole point of it being fine against the counter spells is you're supposed to fire it off like the turn before you need to resolve your, or the turn that you need to resolve your wrath. I don't know. It's just super awkward. I mean, Pursuit and Mutagen Man. We can't shoot the Sheriff on turn 2 unless we draw a different land, like a basic. But I'm going to try this. Like, we have a Wrath to bridge to. We have, like, early removal. Come on, basic land. If we draw a basic land here, I think I'm really going to like our spot. Don't usually see Fabled Passage in rhythm decks. Another Llanowar Elves, okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to hold up Shoot the Sheriff. The next turn I can Cub and either Shoot the Sheriff or Obsessive Pursuit. Okay, I like that. Ooh, okay. So they're getting a Cub. Or maybe they're not getting a Cub. They're pitching a counterspell. Do they have a second counterspell in their hand? Or are they just like, they figure I just have things in play that I need, so... Huh. Mockingbird, copying my Cub. Okay. Do I have a Fabled Passage? I don't. They have the Fabled Passage. I mean, next turn they have 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 mana. They could Crater Hoof me, but then they'd have to tap both their mana dudes. They'd give everything +5/+5. Crater Hoof would be 13. +14, that's 27. So if I Mutagen Man, I go to 14, and then Badgermole becomes an 8, and then I go to 22, and I would die to a Crater Hoof. They only play one Crater Hoof though, so I think I'm fine moving in on the Mutagen Man. Without a land, they could still Crater Hoof by untapping something with Speaker. But now that they have a land, they can Crater Hoof. Or they can Nature's Rhythm for 6. Nature's Rhythm for 2, get Cub, and then flash it back for infinite. Oko, okay.
Throw off the shackles of obligation.
That voice does not match Oko in my head. I mean, I guess he is a fairy. I'm not used to playing with the sound on. I never played with the sound on before I started recording, so. Giving Mutagen Man -2. Okay. That would have been nice to draw. Why are they... I guess Elves makes 2 mana and Speaker only makes 1.
Servants, retrieve that.
Ooh, that's good. So they can kill my Obsessive Pursuit. they attack with the forest? Okay. Yeah. I'm 1 power away from killing them. Can I kill them? I don't have enough mana. Well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I can. Okay. Nice. And then 2, 3. 1. Season of Loss was at its best there. 331. It's pretty late and it's a weeknight, so I should call it here. Reflections on the deck. I like Obsessive Pursuit in a control shell. Let's see. I'm not sold on main decking this many Wraths. I'm not super sold on main decking Leatherhead. I feel like there should just be 4 Esper Origins in the deck because, like, it's just your source of card advantage in this deck. So I think if I were to make changes to the deck, I would probably do this, move these to the sideboard, and then get like this and this into the main deck. And then, yeah, 1 more card. I like main decking a new copy of the Ooze, but that might be too dirtily. Yeah, it might just be like get more clean removal into the deck since we cut a Wrath. But yeah, Season of Loss. So let's see. I recorded 2 matches tonight. I think I went 2-1 with the deck earlier in the day. Before recording, and I went 2-1. And when this deck first popped up, like the guy that put up the top 4 in the standard challenge, he had a 5-0 like 2 weeks ago now, and I tried this deck then, and I really didn't like it then. I think I probably just got unlucky playing into decks that Season of Loss was like a bad Wrath. But I mean, both of those matches that we just played and a couple of times earlier today when I was playing the deck, Season of Loss was like better than a Wrath in a couple spots. So it's a trade-off. I do think that if you are going to play Llanowar Elves in a deck with Wraths, it has to be, Season of Loss has to be one of your Wraths. Yeah. The other thing, what else? Yeah. I don't have a problem with Disruptive Stormbrood. Maybe Disruptive Stormbrood should be Overshoot the Sheriff. I don't know. Because you can get Disruptive Stormbrood with Esper Origins. I like that. If any of you watched my Green-Black Landfall control video, it has similar elements to this. And all of my removal spells, other than Hex, were... I guess I think I made that change after I recorded the video, but like in the video I recorded, all of the removal spells other than Hex could be gotten with Esper Origins. 2 Mutagen Man feels good. Like with Pursuit in play, Mutagen Man is obviously great. Without Pursuit in play, he's like meh to fine. Yeah. The lesson deck is starting to pop back up again, so maybe we want like another second Leatherhead in the sideboard. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is where I would move with the deck next. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. And if you made it this far, consider subscribing. Helps to grow the channel. Let me know what you think about the deck and any other decks that you see that you would want to see recorded or like some gameplay with. I think this season, all of the decks I've played have been black decks, which is not intentional, but that's just the space that I've been liking to brew this season. So, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you next time. Peace and chicken grease.